Hey guys, Josh Kell here. This episode is just going to be a quick guide to cover all the hard mode gold Skulltulas in Legends mode. So just a quick recap on how this works. You need to play as a specific character with a specific weapon on a specific level, and you need to be playing at least hard for the Skulltula to appear, and instead of just killing 1,000 enemies like the everyone Skulltulas, you do need to fulfill a specific requirement, and that's different for each level. So this guide is going to be going through what those requirements are, my thoughts on it, and where exactly the Skulltula is located in the level. Alright, without further ado, let's get started. So first we have Hyrule Field. Now, the first two are just so easy. You don't even need to try. Just play the level how you usually would, and you'll get them pretty much. Just be playing on hard, playing with the required stuff. So the first level, Hyrule Field, you need to use Link with the Hylian Sword. You can use any Hylian Sword level. You don't even need to use tier 1, you can use like tier 2 or tier 3 if you have them, so you can use an 8-bit sword if you want. Yeah, so pretty much this one is if you capture the Central Keep and then activate the Great Fairy, the Skulltula will appear, and it appears down here next to the Hyrule Castle Keep. Yeah, so this one was easy overall and nothing much to worry about. Okay, next up we have the Elden Caves. Now for this one you need to be using Impa of the Giant Blade, so pretty much exactly what you'd be doing, because it is a recommended element and all. So just, yeah, pretty much just defeat Wizrow without allowing a bomb tube to be destroyed, and it'll appear right at the end in that top area in the northeast where you need to use the hook shot to get to. Now, this one's really easy. Just play the level how you usually play it, and you'll be fine. Oh, by the way, for collecting all of the pieces of the first picture, we do get a rewards map where you get to fight every single character on the picture. So that's challenging, but if you know what you're doing, and you sort of use a glitch where if you wait, they lower in health, that's really easy to do. Up next, we have Farron Woods. Now this one, you need to be using Link with the Fire Rod. And this one, again, not as simple as the first two, but still pretty easy. All you have to do is get Goma's health to half before the Deku Tree Keep is in danger. So like, before it like alerts you that that keep is in danger. But if you have like a high level Link, which you probably should at this point, it'll be like no problem to get this. And the Skulltula is, again, pretty much it's like sort of the same location as Elden Caves. It's in the northeast area that you need a hookshot to get to, so yeah. Okay, for the Valley of the Seers 1, you need to be using Link with the Hylian Sword again. Again, I love using Link with the Hylian Sword. And you need to defeat Volga within the first 3 minutes of starting the game. So as soon as the game starts, just run over, kill Volga, you're done. As soon as the Manhandler, you find it, after it disappears, the Skulltula will appear right up just past the gate to the temple. And not much to worry about, except if you didn't open the gate beforehand, there's a gatekeeper behind it, and you should really kill that while you're coming out to fight Manhandler, because that'll make it a bit easier. But yeah, apart from that, we're still in the really easy territories. Alright, so now we're starting to get into the sort of hard stuff if your character's slightly under-leveled. Now we're into Death Mountain, and this one you need to be using Sheik, and what you need to do is kill Darunia 2 or more times before that boulder goes and destroys the walls to the enemy base so you can get in. Now, this one, again, is, well, it's kind of annoying if your character's low level, because it'll take ages to kill Darunia, but apart from that, it's really not much of a problem, except for the fact that, again, like I said, if you're not high enough level, the enemy might overwhelm you, and you don't want to go losing, so yeah, definitely make sure you level up Sheik a bit or something before taking this on. And the Skulltula is just right in the enemy base, out in the open. So Lake Hylia. Now we need to be using Impa with the Giant Blade again, and this one's a kind of a bit annoying. What you need to do is you need to defeat King Dodongo within 3 minutes of him appearing, and you need to keep Sheik alive while you're at it. Now this one, it's sort of annoying because there's no like official like timer, so whether you did it fast enough really just depends on whether the Skulltula appears or not. But it's a pretty basic mission, there's really not much to it, so If you can down the Dodongo fast enough, you should have no problem with this one. The Skulltula is just right up the top in the north here before you jump off. Okay, so Twilight Field. This one you need to be using Lana with the Book of Sorcery, and what you need to do is you need to defeat Impa before she gets to Sia. Now this one, again, really easy, but like Darunia, it can be annoying because it might take a while to kill the boss if you're kind of low leveled. So level that character up, and you should have no really problem with this one. Just kill Midna once, and then you'll have to kill her again, and then she'll teleport to the bridge, and then just run past the bridge, capture the keep up the top, and then the Skulltula will appear in the keep that you just captured, so pretty easy. Alright, next is the Palace of Twilight. Now this one is the one that sort of started annoying me, mainly just because of how long this mission can be on hard mode, because it's fairly long. But anyway, all you really need to do is play the mission like normal while keeping your HP above 50% at all times. Keep Agatha alive, just kill Argarok or Zant, and you'll unlock the Skulltula, which is just sort of in this northish area near the enemy base. Next is Skyloft. Okay, we're back into easy territory, just mainly because we're using Link with the Hylian Sword again, but it's still a pretty easy requirement. All you need to do is make sure Girahim does not enter your allied base at all, which is really easy to do just because he dies fast in this mission. So just kill him quick before he can get there when he appears, and once you've used the magic circle to weaken Volga, the Skulltula will appear, and it appears right near the pumpkin container thingy for the soup here, which is just under this cliff thing you gotta jump over, which is sort of annoying because after you get the Skulltula you have to run around. But it's a pretty easy mission overall, nothing too hard. Okay, next is the Sealed Grounds. Now this one, if you suck at being able to defeat the Imprisoned, you might struggle with this one a bit, because all you really have to do is play the level like normal with Link using the magic rod, but you need to beat the Imprisoned within 15 minutes. Now, that's if your Link is at a reasonable level, which he probably should be, because you got to use him for all like those last missions. That should still be fairly doable. I did everything we've done up to this point. I did on one try, still just after beating the game with not even touching adventure mode. So yeah, if you don't suck, which I hope you don't, because you're a good guy, you should be fine. The Skulltula is just in the north here. Yeah, in this keep here, in the East Temple Keep. Alright, so up next is the Temple of the Sacred Sword, and this one you need to be using Fire, and like the Sealed Grounds, all you need to do is really play the level like normal, but you need to kill 2,000 enemies before the Skulltula will appear, and it'll appear after you've made Wizrow flee to the opposite side of the map. And yeah, overall, still pretty easy. I mean, the ghost enemies in this level don't really put up much of a threat. You just got to make sure you kill enough to get to the 2,000 mark. But otherwise, yeah, still really easy mission. Oh, and the Skulltula is in the room with where you fought Wizrow for the first time. Alright, so up next is the Temple of Souls. Now this one, we're starting to get into the really hard territory. Not that this is the hardest one, the next one's probably the hardest one, but this is still pretty hard because you've got to use Zelda with the Rapier, and you have to, after Ganon appears, you need to make sure Impalana, Durania, Midna, and Fi escape. So you need to really just distract Ganondorf a bit, wait for everyone to escape, and then the Gold Skulltula will appear in the, Ganondorf's base, the East Garden, which is, and there's nothing too hard about this one. It's just the biggest problem is, like, protecting everyone and making sure, again, the enemy doesn't overwhelm you, because if you haven't touched Adventure Mode yet, you probably won't be that, over-leveled. But if you've, like, grinded up beforehand, none of these will be that hard. It's just knowing what to do is the most important part. But since you're watching this, you know what to do, so just keep everyone safe and you should be good. Make sure you take as much keeps as possible so the enemy can't overwhelm you. Okay, so next is the second Valley of the Seers. Now this one you need to be using Lana with the spear, and let me just say, this one's really annoying because you need to do like a perfect run if your Lana is low leveled. So pretty much what you need to do is beat Volga once, then activate the magic circle, then defeat him again. Now, Volga is like super powered, so he's got the super armor, and he does like a lot of damage. And you need to also make sure that no one dies. None of your like main allies like Link or anything dies. Link dies so easy here. He follows you around, and all the generals that like run into him, he'll start fighting them, and he'll get his ass handed to him. And as far as I'm concerned, the game does not alert you that when Link is in trouble for some reason. It alerts you when everyone else in this level's in trouble, but not Link. So you got to really pay attention to Link, who's just stupid Link. But anyway, once you've overcome that hurdle, figuring out what's what, usual strategies apply. Take as many keeps as you can. Try to take this sanctuaries, or I think they're called that, fast, because that'll lower the enemy morale, making it a bit easier. And yeah, just make sure you've mastered how Volga works, because again, you won't be able to stun him, so you'll pretty much just need to keep dodging his attacks and getting a few hits in and just lower his health over time, because that super armor is just a bitch. But anyway, if you manage to do all that, the Skulltula is in like the northwest corner-ish, located around here. So we're on to Gerudo Desert with the Ganondorf levels. Now, these ones are a bit easier because you're lower level with Ganondorf, so as opposed to the previous missions, these ones are a lot easier and a breeze. Now, I really like the theme of this first one, because it's pretty much overtake everything, and that's what you're there to do, right? Overtake the desert. So what you need to do is just take every keep, kill every Lizalfo and the flying ones, so pretty much just kill every general on the map, and kill 2 of the 3 big bosses, which I killed King Dodongo when it first appears, and kill another one later, I guess. And once you've done all of that, it's pretty easy to miss one of the generals to kill. The Skulltula will appear in the southeast corner here. Again, not too hard though, because you're using Ganon, so it's fairly easy. Okay, so the second Ganondorf level, Valley of Seers 3, again, pretty easy as Ganondorf. All you really need to do is, there are like 7 or something Impas appear, right? Because they're all clones. Now what you need to do is you need to defeat every single one of these while defeating the real one last. Now the real one is using a giant blade, while the fake ones are using her second weapon, the Naginata. So it's really easy to tell who's who and just go around and defeat all of them one by one, which might take a while, but it's a lot simpler than the one with Volga in it. And once you've done all that, the Skulltula will appear in the top-ish, slightly east area in the corner here. Okay, so on to the third Ganondorf mission, Hyrule Field 2. So this one's probably the most difficult of the Ganondorf ones. What you need to do is you need to kill Link and Zelda a combined total of 4 times. So that means if you kill Link, then you need to kill Zelda, but you need to wait for Link to revive before you kill Zelda, because if you kill both of them, you'll win the mission. So just, once you get to the part where Link and Zelda start going towards your keep, just kill Link, kill Zelda, but wait for Link to revive, then kill Link again, wait for Zelda to revive before you kill her though, and then, so pretty much just keep doing that until you've done them 4 times, and the Skulltula will appear in the mountain keep right at the north here. So I found this one to be sort of hard, mainly because you need to make sure you stabilize your killing of both Link and Zelda, but you also need to make sure they don't get your keep, because if they get your keep, you're kind of fucked, because that's Triforce shit will start attacking your keep. But anyway, if you can maintain that distance from your keep and maintain killing one at a time, so you don't kill both of them at the same time, you should be fine. Okay, on to Gerudo Desert 2. Now this one we're using Zelda with a Rappai Ear again, and sort of relaxing again. All you really need to do is defeat 2,000 enemies while maintaining at least 30% health, which is fairly easy. I mean, nothing here is that threatening. It's not like you need to defeat someone who has super armor or anything, so just make sure you get a lot of kills, because the first time I did this, I killed pretty much everything on the map, and I didn't have enough kills, so I was just kind of running around scraping kills from the bottom of the barrel. But apart from that, this is a really easy one. Once you've gotten all the 2,000 kills, The Skulltula will appear in a rock in the north, like this north area where the Dark Nuts were in Ganon's story. Okay, we're on to the final mission, Ganon's Tower. So this one's sort of like Valley of Seers 2, where you have to defeat a Super Armor Volga. So this one you need to use Darunia, and I'm kind of glad you get to use Darunia because he has some good range on the hammer, which makes this one fairly easy, because if you had to use like someone short like Lana, this would be a lot harder. But anyway, yeah, so pretty much what you need to do is, as soon as Ganondorf appears, you need to defeat him before you capture the keep, because what the story wants you to do is capture the Hyrule Castle keep first, and then defeat Ganon after he weakens. But what you need to do is defeat Ganon while he's strong, and he's got the super armor going, and the morale is up. So again, it's just a don't get hit, because they'll wreck your shit if you get hit. Lots of power here. I would definitely recommend leveling up Darunia as much as you can. It'll just make everything easier. Alright, and before you break through to where Ganon is, so before you I forget the keep's name. It's like the one that's like in the middle west part of the map. Before you capture that keep and the area to where Ganon is opens up, make sure you just capture as many keeps as you can, because that'll just make it easier. Because their morale only increases once you get into that area. So if you can defeat as many of the generals as you can before you get open to that area, then the whole mission will be much easier for you to do. But anyway, this and Valley of the Seers 2 are definitely the harder ones. But apart from that, we're pretty much done. The Skulltula appears once you've defeated the Ganondorf at the Hyrule Castle Keep, which is should be right near it. So that's that done. And you don't get to complete the second picture. You have to get the last remaining 4 in adventure mode somewhere. I'm pretty sure they're like somewhere later in the map. I'm not exactly sure. Well, but anyway, that's all for that's all the hard mode gold Skulltulas. So thanks for watching this mini guide thingy mobobber. It's been a lot of playing to get all this footage, but definitely worth it to complete Legend mode 100% for my LP, which I really want to do, because it's 100% or get out. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you next time.